Hi, in this video we are going to continue to create a multi-page web application. This is a list of suggestions how you should use this video. The notes for this video can be found at this URL, which is loaded here. Okay, the code for this video can be found here. You can download the code from here. Alright. Again, this video is to show the process, not really talking about syntax or programming, because that would just take too much time. Okay, next step is we are going to retrieve this from the database table, which is in, here. Okay, so we are in Visual Studio. We have our order opened. We have our order ASPX.cs open. Alright, the first thing we want to do is, let me just unpin this so I have more space to work. The first thing before we move on is we have to create something called auto postback equal to true for the drop down list. Okay, so you go back to the drop down list and you say that add this option auto postback equal to true, so that it will affect the data in other places on the page. Okay, and then the next thing is we want to create some spaces here, so let's add 3 BRs there. Okay, and the next thing we want is to add a div ID for formatting, because we have here we have a ID called product data, flow left, and then set the width and all that. So we are going to create a div ID called product data. Okay, I don't really need a div tag here, so I'm going to remove it. Okay, so we have product data, and then we are going to create a label, our first label. The label has ID called LBL ID. Okay, and the first usage for LBL ID is for formatting. Okay, you can use it to format stuff. The second usage is for the order.aspx.cs file to put data there. So that's our first label. Okay. Alright, so let's go to order.aspx.cs. Before we move on there, in the app code, we are going to define a class. Okay. So let's come over to our website. That is a product.cs file here. Here it defines a class called product. Okay, so we are going to go to our app code and create a new folder, new text document called product.cs. Okay, and then we are going to come over here and reload, refresh folder, and then we open this product.cs. We are going to copy the code from here, Ctrl C to copy, come over here, Ctrl V to paste, and save. Here we define a class, okay, that we can use for our code. Alright, and then let me close that file. I don't really need that anymore. So go to here, okay, and we want to create we want to create an object. Of course, it's product class. The name of the object is called selected product. Okay. And then to do that, we need to use the system data. So we have to add a. Okay, we have to use the we have to add using system data there. Okay. And then in the page load, we say that if this is not a post back, we are going to do two things. One is called a DDL products data bind, and we want to bind this to the drop-down list. So let's go back to our drop-down list, and we say that change the ID of the drop-down list to DDL products, so that will bind this to here. Okay, let me save all. So you say that the error disappeared. The next one is get selected products. We are going to create a create a method here. So say that return as a product. Okay, it's called get selected product. And then we're going to do a couple of things. Okay. All right, I'm just going to copy the code from the from my file here instead of typing, because if I type, it will take forever. Okay, so I'm going to just paste the code of the get selected products. So what happened is we create a data view, okay, and then we pull the data, and then we bind the stuff to the product object P, okay, and then put it here. So the first thing we want to do is we want to do a label. Okay. We want to output the product ID to the LBL ID, which is here. So let's do a save. Over here. Alright, so now we bind the first, we can output the product ID based on selection. Okay, so next thing we want to do is we want to get the second thing, okay, which is product code. So let's put a product code here, but we don't have an ID called LBL code, so we have to go back to order and do that. Okay, save. So we have our, sorry, you cannot do that, you cannot reload, you have to hit enter. We have our product code, and then let's get our product name and price. So the, sorry, so that is the product name. We need a label called LBL name. Save both. You have to hit enter. Okay, so we get our product name. So last thing we want is the price. So you can always do the price here first, the label first, save, and come back to the order. you have to hit enter. Okay, don't do that. Don't reload. All right. So we finished this part. All right. I think that's a good place to stop. In the next video, you know which part we are going to move on to, right? The next one. Okay. Thanks for watching. Bye.